Hello. Well, I'm starting a new painting, and so I thought I just might do it in front of you so you can see it's a square piece of, it's not very big, it's only so big, and I often do quite big work. This is just a nice little square one, and I've taped the edges with some masking tape, because if I don't do that I get terribly messy. So all I'm doing is using some of the old paint that was in my brush from when I did something earlier today, and so just might as well do it on here instead of just washing it down the sink. That's all. It goes down into the sewer, and yeah, just little bits like this. It's just putting a layer on. Now when you buy these stretch canvases, there's already a layer of paint on it. They're already like undercoated, if you like, and that's fine. So all I'm doing is getting rid of what's in my brush. You see, these are just ordinary old house brushes that I use at this stage. They're really big, and they're actually quite loud when I think about it now. When I can hear, I'll come a bit closer, you might not even be able to hear me over that brush. So that brush has got a whole lot of like dust and stuff in it from something else. I get really messy, but sometimes I use gloves. I've got a whole packet of gloves, and it's only after I get messy I remember to use them. But this is it's like it's all full of rubbish, so I'll put that one away. I'll get another one, and all I use is I put those into water. I use paper plates and any other bits of let's see, I'm going to use some of these. This is what I do. Look, when you've got a paint tube, like it comes nicely like that, when you get to the end and there's not much left, I cut them in half and I poke my brush down there to get the very last bit, and sometimes I just use them for this undercoating, and we'll see what's in there. Oh yeah, there you go. There's some paint. Get rid of as much as I can, because I've paid for it and I don't want to just chuck it away. There's no reason to not do this. There's not much left. It's about as much as I'll get, but hey, it's better than chucking it away. I will have already used that side. That goes in the rubbish. I'll open this one. What have we got here? A little bit of green. Oh yeah, there's still some in the bottom, in the back there. And it's really not going to matter what this layer is about, or even what my thought is for like what I'm feeling, what's going on, what I'm actually expecting I'm going to paint. It doesn't matter at this stage. This is just layers building up, and you can see I'm starting to like do just some different movements and things, and over time it sort of becomes something. But this freedom of just doing this and just putting colour down, mixing it, blending it, whatever you feel like doing, it's all part of the fun. Now this is where I get even messier, because I'm trying to open up this. Here we go. And I really should have put gloves on, yeah, I know, because I mean it is paint after all. It's full of chemicals, I suppose. I've never looked up the chemicals. There are some I don't use, like cobalt, 100% cobalt, and there's a few cadmium colours that are really not good for the environment or good for me either, so I don't use those. I use hues. Hue being the name is the other word for colour, so I just use a cobalt blue colour. And now I will carry on up here with that. Don't need to blend it because there's none of the blue left. And I've got a kind of getting an idea of what this is going to be. And you'll be very surprised at the end that it's not these colours. This is just that, as I say, this grounding. Now I'll chuck those away. I think that frees up any of these last bits that I had left. And I'll find another green. See, I'm already doing green. I might as well carry on with green and try and open this one. No, they do get a bit tight, and I have to take all the old stuff. What I do is get my dry. I took them upstairs to do some. No, I'll use a different one because that one's too tight. Take this one because, as I said, really doesn't matter. I'll put some onto there and I'll just keep going until this is covered. And that's how I start my painting. I say not very exciting. It's not becoming anything, it's just getting paint down. Choosing a clean brush if I can. I've got rid of all of those bits that were there from using that other brush that for some reason had some dust in it. I must have done that when I was cleaning it somehow or other. Don't know. And this is the stage where really I'm just making patterns. I remember when I was at kindergarten, so before I was 4, I suppose, and what I loved the best was when we did finger painting. And do you know what they did? This is what I remember anyway. I was little, so I suppose the proportions are a bit different, but what they did with these big white tables is just get paint and pour it. And then I just got to play. I just got to make designs and just did this. And then when I had a pretty design, then I would leave it. And then knowing that I could just do it all again another day. I just loved that day. I just loved the finger painting day. It was my favourite thing to do ever. And as you can see, that's what I do now. I often abandon the tools. I often just put them down and just do. I mean, it makes not a lot of difference with what the final look is, but now what I have to do, ta-da, is wash my hands instead of just taking off some gloves. But hey, it's fun. So I will now, that's sort of also, I mean, I'm not only just putting the paint on, I'm kind of working it in as well. And so that we have a really good base to start with. And as I say, if you saw the next few days or weeks, however long it takes to finish this one, it certainly won't be emerald green. It will be something else. It will have some green in it because, you know, I'm actually determined to do a painting that's not blue. And green's never been like my favourite. I'm not drawn to greens. But I've decided that I'll do something green. I mean, if I am sort of a green person, sometimes I would have a khaki green. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to enjoy this. Hey, what's to lose? If I don't like it, do you know what I do? I'll show you what I do. I get one of these house paint mist tints. I like to use house paint on, well, big canvases, not little ones like this, but I'll use house paint. It's a mist tint, it's some sort of funny colour, and I'll just start again. I'll just go right over it. And some paintings that people really love and they think are really great, because I don't like them, I'll just like go over the whole thing and start again. So chances are it won't be green, but hopefully it won't be blue either. And I won't go through I won't go over the whole thing. I'll give it a go, seeing it out. Sweet, see you, bye.